Hello, my name's Nathan, and today we're going to be cooking a fried egg, but explaining the chemistry, like the chemical changes, and the physical changes behind it. So first of all, we're going to take the olive oil, we're going to spray it in the pan, and it's going to reach a melting point pretty quickly because I turned on the pan before I started this video. And then we're going to take this egg, and we're going to crack it. And as you can see, that's gonna go pretty quickly, but as you saw at first, it was a liquid. But as it's starting to solidify, you can see that it's changing into a solid. And this is actually a chemical change, because once this turns into a solid, there's no way it can go back to a liquid. It's impossible. And so, as this is starting to solidify, we're eventually gonna have to flip it. That way, the other side can also get cooked. And so that's basically the chemical change behind it. And then there's also physical changes, such as when I put the salt and pepper onto the egg. That's a physical change. That's allowing flavor to come into the egg. And so we'll give it another minute or so. I'm not the greatest at frying eggs, but kind of get the idea behind it, about how there's a chemical change going on. So we're gonna flip the egg, just like that. And you can also do eggs in other ways. I mean, you could do scrambled eggs, you can do over easy, you could poach an egg, you could boil an egg. I mean, there's many ways you could do an egg, and all of them kind of involve these kind of chemical changes that you're seeing here. Alright, so I'm gonna flip this side over a little. Alrighty. Alright, so now this is really starting to cook. We're gonna put it in here, and then we're gonna move this over. Turn this off so it can cool down. And then we're gonna add salt and pepper, and salt is NaCl, and pepper, the chemical formula for pepper is C17H19NO3. So that's a pretty big formula. So we're gonna add this, and this is like more of a physical change. It just adds flavor to it. Really, that's all it's doing. But these are technically chemicals that we're using. And so that just adds flavor. And so, as seen here, this egg went through a chemical change, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of the proteins in an egg, because what really happened was the proteins heated up and came together to form a solid. And there's also amino acids in an egg, and there's 9 essential amino acids that come with an egg, and they are histidine, isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, threonine, tryptophan, and valine. And cooking an egg obviously changes the protein structure and breaks down the egg. And in our cooking demonstration, the reactants were the solid eggs, while the products were the cooked eggs. The catalyst of this experiment was obviously the heat, because the heat was the reason the egg underwent that chemical change. And cooking the fried eggs is also an exothermic reaction, because this reaction was caused by an increase in temperature and it gave off heat. And so that's basically how we cooked an egg and how it was the chemical change, and I hope you enjoyed my video.